What's up, everybody? This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. All right, so basically, um, for those who are basketball fans, and I'm not going to say unless you were under a rock, because not everybody is into sports anymore since there's some things that sports are kind of rigged. But with that said, Andrew Wiggins, a vital part of the Golden State Warriors, um, well, he has had a leave of absence for some type of personal reasons, right? Now, when we look at these so-called personal reasons, all right, people start fishing. Now, in their fishing expedition, this rumor has come up. And I believe it was started on TikTok nonetheless. Okay? And so the rumor is that, well, and we'll discuss, well, two things. We'll discuss rumors and we'll discuss why any established media will not be able to sway people away from the rumors. Okay? So there's the two things we're going to bring in. And we're going to deal with the rumor itself and then why many people will not be dissuaded from the rumor, and it is totally the established media's fault, the government's fault, who has shown themselves to be nothing but liars and propagandists at best to the vast majority of people that have been seeking the truth. And with all the stuff that has been going on, the rumors turned out to be the facts, and the media's have turned out to be the liars. So far in the recent past, let's say with the incident that started in 2020, and now we're watching people faint and uh, move on, be deleted due to cardiomyopathy and all kind of heart problems and stuff. All right. So with that said, let me greet everybody real quick. Reporting our Dugu dog, all the way to the bank. Vasas los bonjour mes amis. Keda bawani konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani bonani. Jumpa baragani. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. Kumusta ka? Kamusta? Kamusta ka? Kamusta talafa lava soy fua. Okay. So with all that said, all right, let's get into it. But first, mind you, let's get these thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, click the notification bell. Remember, before you donate to anybody, you take care of yourself, family first. All right, and then go ahead and give that donation. All right. Now, if you hit the lottery and you have a lot left over, just think of this channel, because we could sure use your help for what we do in the community. All right, so with that said, brethren, let's start breaking this stuff down. All right, and let's start first with the rumor. And the rumor comes from, I said TikTok, but it could have been the tweet, and I have the tweet for you. And we'll break this down. We'll break down why it may be possible, why this rumor is possible, and why all the media coming and saying that is unfounded, which it might be, but why we don't believe the media anymore because of, all the lies. All right, so let's get into this. Okay, so here we have it, right? And this was Moon Domer plays. And there's a lot of people that are in places that follow this like mad, follow basketball, follow the Warriors and stuff, right? So here's the rumor. The reason Andrew Wiggins has taken the last month or so off from Dub Nation is because he found out his wife has been having an affair with his best friend, and all this time Wiggins have been raising their kid. All right. And then it goes, nah, man, that's just really messed up, bruh. Now, it seems like this is not initially where this rumor first came from. And you see when it was put up here, you see the number of views, the number of likes, the number of quotes, and the number of retweets. All right. Here's the problem. All right. First, he said it's a rumor. So that means take it with a grain of salt. But here is the problem. The problem is that this is a likely scenario given the paternity fraud rate, and given that the paternity fraud rate is generally higher when we're talking about these athletes. All right. We're talking about women who seek these men out to get the bag. All right. Now, he's probably going to, I was looking, and he's been forced to personally address this, right? But even with that, and even with the media jumping in, we know, and we are just now finding out, that everything that we've come to trust to not be scripted, from the NFL to the NBA to almost everything that happens in the United States, well, we find out that it is scripted. So what is the script for this? That's one of your problems. There are other problems. The media during the worst time of human beings in the world, and it was the worst time for human beings in the world in this modern era, specifically because of the media lying to everyone in support of a crooked government and a corporation. And we're not talking about a government and corporation in a third world country, although the media is carrying a bag for a government in a third world country currently in let's say a conflict with a first world country who history shows is in the right, but the media don't want you to know that history. See, the media has been hiding a whole lot of things from the populace. So we can't trust them or believe them anymore, especially now that we see athletes falling out on the pitch, on the gridiron, in tennis, because they were forced to put something in their body because the media and a crooked government and a crooked corporation told them to. And now people are paying a price for it, so much so that other countries are filing lawsuits against that corporation. And the whole time, this nation, this international media conglomerate and pharmaceutical and the weight of the government forced a false lying narrative that is turning out to be a lie. Let's just say that. The fact that I don't even have to mention the stuff that's happened from 2020 and still currently is going on as we watch people drop out, athletes. This thing is so wicked and its tentacles stretch so long, and it was so pervasive that most of y'all would know what I'm talking about. Here's the thing though. All right, it's sad if it's true. It will explain a lot, and it's a personal family issue. So I'm not going to be digging all in this, but if the tweet is confirmed, well, that just gives you an understanding, and the man should be left alone to deal with it. All right. Now, the issue here is this, and this is what makes this thing so wild and plausible? In the West, all right, in the West, this is now a thing. It is 49% right now in the West and in cultures that follow Western ideology. So it's really, really bad in Africa. And you know the old saying, when white people catch a cold, the Afro people catch the flu. All right. So when you look at this in Afro cultures, all right, the feminist idea of women saving themselves for a marriable man is gone. Now, women believe that giving a marriage worthy man trash, all right, is is ideal. And the marrying type man should accept the trash. All right. And so a lot of these women, especially in the so-called black culture ideology, have been sleeping around with other men and intentionally having other men raise children that these women either knew it wasn't theirs or they lied because of all the men that they slept with, this man was the best option. He had them in that he was making the most money. He was the harder worker. So he gets to be punished with a lie. And the courts have been backing it up so the women continue it. Right? And so there is this issue. There is also the infidelity issue that go along with athletes that's trying to be good dudes. Now, while I will say that Russell Wilson is a simp for getting with Sierra, not because he got with Sierra. As y'all know, I call him a simp because of his speech, his commencement speech that he gave at the University of Washington, where he said, to paraphrase, that Sierra was above him, that she was out of his league. That's what he said. All right, this dude is coming off of a woman that was sleeping around and he divorces her, right? And then so he's open game to a as we say video vixen like Sierra, right? But to say that he was out of her league, a good man, was out of her league. And there's that thing that a messed up woman that's been run through is still the prize for a good man that's financially capable. No. All right, and then she convinced him to buy her masters and this, that, and the other. So she used this dude. All right, she used him. She bought it to get her masters and everything. So she got everything she wanted out of this dude. Now, are they happily together? Maybe. Is she changing him into something he wasn't? Oh, definitely. You can see that in his play on the football field. You can see that in his behavior. All right. So basically, she's kind of destroyed his career while at the same time secured hers. Think about this. All right. So plausible? Yeah, it's plausible. Probable even. But did it happen? Who's to say? Right? It's still a personal family issue that if it happened, it's really effed up, but it's something that he would have to deal with, right? And it explains a lot. This is also why it's probable. When you look at the current statistics paternity fraud is at 49% in some places. Yeah, that's right. I said 49%. All right. In other places, in Africa, it's at 70% based on a couple of factors. Now, when they fact checked this, they said, well, it's false. So I was like, okay, why is it false? It's like, well, yeah, how they reached the 70% is a fact. The samples are a fact. Their positive and negative results are a fact. But it's false because it's missing context. All right. So that's BS again for the media that we shouldn't believe at all anymore. All right. Because when all the numbers add up, when the maths, and you say it's false because is missing context, that's their way of saying that everything they did right. All the results that came out are true, but we have no argument to say that they messed up a test, that the results were wrong, or that the percentage is wrong. We're just going to say, well, there needs to be more context. All right. As you know, we shouldn't fall for that kind of BS. All right. Here's the other thing. This is why we shouldn't marry in the West. If you want to marry, go to a Muslim country, go to Southeast Asia where they have family values. And I would go and get someone now because a lot of brothers are going and effing things up from the East Coast. Yeah, I'm gonna call them out, right? And the ABW in the U.S. is messing everything else up online with putting out just a terrible image of what a woman should be. And even though they're getting caught up in a bunch of their lies and stuff, they don't care because all these laws in the West not only support but promote this wickedness by allowing them to be paid, by stripping the man of his wealth that's trying to do right. Right? Brothers, this is why I say you just let them hit that wall. All right? It's a no depolicing song. Right? Welcome to the wall. It's over. Call it a day. It's a shame it had to end this way. But women in the West are not worth our time. And it is just bad luck to deal with them. Period. Because of everything. With that said, I'm out.